Hello. Welcome back to Pioneers of Tomorrow. I'm Dallas Campbell. It's my absolute pleasure to be with you here. I hope you've enjoyed the day so far at Farnborough, whatever you've been doing. I know some of you have been in some of our earlier sessions. We just did a fantastic competition results winning session with the UK Space Agency and their NanoSats competition. In a little while, in an hour or so, we're going to try something quite difficult. What happens if your friend is on the International Space Station? Like, is there just a number? Do they have a mobile? How does it work? We're going to try it out. We're going to try an experiment. We're going to try and call the International Space Station live and talk to the Italian astronaut Samantha Cristoforetti. I'm not going to do it on my own. Luckily, we've got Matthias Maurer here, the German astronaut, with us, who's going to help me speak to Samantha. And we want your questions. So if you're going to be around, think of a question. It's a fantastic opportunity to speak to an astronaut as they're in space, orbiting around the Earth at thousands of kilometers an hour. So if you've got a question, this is your opportunity to talk to an astronaut live. Before that, how do you put a baby astronaut to sleep? Rocket, exactly, yes. Sorry. It's as good, it's 2 o'clock, it's that post-lunch lull. We have got another competition results session for you. This is the International Rocketry Association competition. To talk a little bit more about that and to introduce the runners and riders, as it were, from the National Association of Rocketry, please welcome John Hockheimer.
Good afternoon. How is everybody doing today? Did you see the rocket contest? No? All right, well, let me tell you about it and what you missed. All right, so over the past year, we've invited students from all over the United States, all over the United Kingdom, France, and Japan to enter a contest to fly rockets in a very specific design challenge. So we've asked them to fly a rocket to exactly 835 feet, to stay in the air from 41 to 44 seconds. And we added some more challenges to them. We told them they had to put 2 eggs in this rocket, put the eggs sideways, and the eggs have to come back unbroken. They can't be scrambled. You can't fly them hard-boiled. They have to be raw eggs. They bring it back, and the students then are judged on how well they meet this design challenge. If they go above or below the altitude or outside of the time limit, then we penalize them with points, and the low score wins. Well, we brought the winners from the United Kingdom, from the United States, Japan, and France here to have a fly-off, and we're going to present the awards to the winner of our fly-off today, so the international champions. So first, let me introduce a very good friend of mine, Eric Fanning from the Aerospace Industries Association, and he's one of our great sponsors of this design contest for rocketry. And Eric's going to tell you a little bit about his thoughts for the contest. So Eric?
All right, welcome everyone to the first big air show we've had in 3 years, which also means the first International Rocketry Challenge competition we've had in 3 years. And I'm saying this not because I'm here now, because I say this all the time. This is the most exciting part of the air show for all of us at AIA. And congratulations to the teams that made it here. It's an enormous accomplishment. You won your national competitions, you've made it here to be a part of the international competition, and you persevered through a pretty crazy couple, 3 years that kept us apart and forced us to do a lot of things virtually. So it's a real accomplishment to be here, and we know it's not easy what you did. In the United States, we watched 4,000 students on 700 teams in 41 of our states compete over the course of the year, which we've seen before. Design, build, test, fly, refly, refly, refly over the course of that year in conditions that were less than ideal. So just congratulations, first of all, to being here, and know that watching you over the course of the year, watching you at these competitions, watching you this week and today gives hope to all of us, because we know the future's in good hands. You're going to be the ones that design, build, operate technologies and platforms in the future that we can't even imagine yet. Some of you might even be on the tip of the biggest rockets that take us further into space than we've ever gone before. So we are really excited to see what you all do after this competition. Now, they gave me 7 minutes to talk, but I'm going to end here because I know that you're not here to hear me. You want to know what the results are. But I want to say to all of you, no matter what we learn in a few minutes, we're proud of all of you, and I hope you're proud of yourselves for getting here. Not just what you did with the rockets, but what you did as a team, because that may be the hardest part of all of it. And you couldn't have gotten here if you didn't work well as a team, which is another fun thing to watch. So congratulations to you all. We're proud of you. We're really excited. And thank you for giving us a great cap to what was an amazing air show after 3 years since we had the last big air show. And good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Eric. All right, we're here to give some awards out, but you know what? We have a special guest for you all, and I want you to meet somebody that I've become friends over the past couple days with, and I don't think flew little rockets or the smaller ones like we fly, but I think he was in a much, much larger rocket. So Matthias, you want to come out and say hi to our crowd?
Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here, and hopefully I can now share a little bit of my space dream. I brought a video clip that we are now launching. Yes, in November last year, I actually could reach my dream. I was launching to space on my mission Cosmic Kiss. Cosmic Kiss is the name that I chose because the reason why we fly to space is not because we want to make business in the first place or because we want to do experiments, which we do on the International Space Station, but it's because space is fascinating. It's part of our dream. And launching here on a Falcon 9 rocket to space, and after 10 minutes being in space, being without gravity, floating for half a year, that's just like, it's better than your dream. I trained a lot with my colleagues and in the mock-ups of the International Space Station, and once I got there and the door opened and I was able to float in and I saw my friends and I saw this environment which I knew, but still it was new for me. It was just like one of the most fascinating moments of my life. We're up there in space, we work very hard every day, lots of experiments. Our crew of 4, we had in total 250 experiments in the 6 months that we spent up there in space. Some of them from Europe, and the large part of it coming from the US. Floating and working in space is different than working here on the ground. Everything takes much longer. In the beginning, you need to get used to it. You lose quite often your stuff because it just floats away. But then you find it again and you find your rhythm, and you learn how to work in space and how to make this new environment your own. Especially like floating around and turning around, it gives you a new sense of freedom. The room, the space station, is so much bigger because you can use all 3 dimensions. And being there with my friends, my space brothers and sisters, was just the best time I had in my life. And the best day of the 6 months was when I was actually allowed to leave the space station, to walk outside in a spacesuit and to see everything with my own eyes, just having a few millimeters of plexiglass between me and vacuum and the really cold part of space. 7 hours in space is also what Samantha Cristoforetti, my colleague, did just yesterday. And if you stay on afterwards, we will have the opportunity to talk to a real astronaut while being in space. And so that will be another highlight of my day today. After the 6 months, it was time to say goodbye. And that's the pictures that you see here. We came up in our new Crew Dragon spacecraft, and that's the same craft that we also used to fly back again. And like a little bit different to Tim Peake, who landed on his Soyuz rocket in the desert of Kazakhstan, we landed in the ocean because that's how the Space Dragon is designed for. And Right from the landing site, I was flown back to Germany, and here my friends and family all welcomed me back. Just a massive, amazing space dream. And I wish many of you could also live this dream. Thank you.
Thank you very much. When do I get to go to space?
Well, there are two ways. It's like, one, you need to be a little bit richer than me, and you can buy yourself a ticket and you can fly next year. Or you can apply to become an ESA astronaut, but I think you're a little bit out of age. It's between 27, 37.
No, wait. He just called me old on my birthday.
No, it's like...
I'm just kidding. But thank you so much. We
Absolutely,
really enjoyed it and really enjoyed meeting you. All right, so now's the time we can really start doing the thing that you all came here for, and it's to actually see the awards. So to help me present the awards, I have some of our really key sponsors who really help financially and logistically put all of this together to make my job much easier to have this international contest. So from GFOS, we have Christoph Robin. From Aerospace Industries Association, Eric Fanning. We have Kevin Craven from ADS and Sarah Minette from Raytheon Technologies. All right, Christoph, you ready? We got the 4th place. So Christoph's going to help me here. In 4th place, and remember now, our contest was to go to exactly 835 feet and stay in the air from 41 to 44 seconds. And we actually made it a little bit tougher for our students, and they gave us a presentation yesterday, and that's factored in part of the score. So in 4th place, their presentation score was 14 out of 20. Their flight altitude was 928 feet. Their flight time was 33.43 seconds. And this is team traffic cones from Tonbridge School in the United Kingdom. The 3rd place team. This team had a presentation score of 14 out of 20. Their flight altitude was 914 feet. Their flight time was 54.06 seconds. Give me a big reception now for Team Dream Saki. This is College Jean d'Arc from France. Come on up, ladies. All right, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. And you know, as soon as I read this one, we're going to know who won. So, all right. But hold that enthusiasm until we announce the winner. All right, in second place, and Kevin's going to help me award second place. Their presentation score was 19 out of 20. Their flight altitude was 769 feet. Their flight time was 36.10 seconds. Welcome Team Graveyard from Newport High School in the United States. With the first place winners, and I just have to say the enthusiasm of this team, the teamwork, they just put it all together, and it was just a magnificent flight today, ladies. So in first place with a presentation score of 15 out of 20, their flight altitude was 803 feet, their flight time was 42.62 seconds, so they nailed it on the time. This is Team Owl of Minerva from Friends School in Japan. Okay. Well, thank you again, everybody, and congratulations to all the teams. You're all heroes and you're all winners, and especially to the team from Japan. And I don't know if you caught it, but this is the first time the team from Japan has won the international competition. So they've done an awesome job, and they've participated very, very diligently throughout the years. And I just want to conclude with, it's such an honor for me to be a part of this program. I've been doing it now for 10 or 12 years. It's been so long I can't remember, but I really enjoy it. I get to come and visit with teams from different countries every year and help hold this contest. So thank you all. Thanks to the parents and the sponsors. And with that, Kevin, I'll let you talk.
Good.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I must say, after a 3-year absence, I was delighted to welcome the International Rocketry Challenge back to the Farnborough International Airshow. Starting with exhibitions in 2009 and formalized in 2015 between France, the United Kingdom, and the United States, the International Rocketry Challenge has grown to include students from Japan as well. And new countries continue to apply to join each year. Year upon year, teams of tenacious young people design, build, and launch model rockets, competing to be crowned national and international rocketry champions. Competition this year has been really fierce, as you've heard now. We've been really, really impressed by the teams who have entered, and I wanted to congratulate each and every one of you for making the international final. It's a significant achievement that you should all be very proud of. Throughout the competition, I hope you have learned about engineering in an exciting and hands-on way and have also been inspired. There are some fascinating careers available across the aerospace, defense, security, and space industries, and the future will be bright with students like yourselves going into these sectors. We need bright young talent, and I know that if you and your teammates choose a career in our sectors, the future will be in safe hands. I'd especially like to thank the teams from France, the United States, and Japan for making the long journeys to Farnborough. I appreciate it's a really long way to come, but I would hope it's been worth the trip. I hope you take some time and have had time to have a look around the show. In my opinion, there's a lot of very cool kit and tech around, and I encourage you to explore. Asking any questions you may have, and I'm sure our exhibitors will be happy to help you. Now, I don't want to keep you much longer. You've got a whole air show to finish exploring. I would just like to finish by congratulating the winning team. You are 2022 International Rocketry Champions and are very worthwhile winners. Thank you again to all of you for competing, and of course our volunteers and events team from both ADS and AIA, but particularly the Rocketeers, who without their support and expertise, the competition would not be possible. Don't forget to register for next year's competition, and I look forward to following the competition's international growth for years to come. Have a fantastic afternoon. Please enjoy the rest of Farnborough International Airshow. Thank you very much.